Filmmakers' experiences are diverse. There are some people who were trained on the ground. For me, I've had to sit under people and I've had to listen. And from that, I have sort of discovered my artistic identity. I'm talking to you right now and I'm realizing there's no turning point in my life in filmmaking wise that has happened without DocuBox since 2019. I'm only just realizing that right now. My name is Eric Mwangi and I'm a film director and cinematographer. My background in film started with cinematography and then pivoted into directing. And so for me, directing has always been an end goal. I am still a cinematographer in practice today. And yeah, that's who I am. Well, my journey into film can be attributed to the fact that I've always been a storyteller from way back. But by that time, I used to spend a lot of time in front of the TV. And then when a movie ends, I was always curious to see the next film. But then there used to be these words that keep rolling up the screen. And they used to bore me because they used to take so long. It's only later on that I found that after a film has touched me, that those names and those words that keep scrolling up the screen were film credits. And they were like a testimony to the people who actually told the story that has just touched my heart. And that changed my perspective completely. And so from wanting to maybe act and do skits and be a cartoon, as my mom used to call me, and other relatives, I found out that I wanted to be the person who actually makes films. And by the time I was clearing high school, I started looking around. And I remember going to the Nairobi University looking for a course that could actually do this, and there was none. And I found it at Kenyatta University. I enrolled. It was an amalgamation of theater and film with no specialty. And I just had to enroll there because there were no film schools at that time. Right, Kenyatta University did not initially have a film program. I think they had just started. I don't know what made them realize that they need a course in filmmaking. But when they began, I remember a lot of the lecturers who were teaching us at that time and the professors who were there were not people who've studied film. And so it was a lot more theoretical than practical. And for that season, I think it was proper for someone like me to go into, the theory bit of it and to learn what filmmaking is in theory. There may be some arguments about whether film school was the right way to go or not. I think for me, I can't dismiss it because of the context where I'm coming from. I'm in Kenya right now. So whatever you can take in this moment, take it and find a way to expose yourself to the industry to sort of like try and create a bridge. The other thing that happened after that was I think one of my friends got hired by DocuBox to be an intern. And I think at that time DocuBox was new and fresh and it was just starting. And I didn't pay much attention to it because for me, I didn't want work at that time. I also thought, I thought of like what I'm getting in school is what's going to get me out there properly. And honestly, I can say that I was wrong because I was being close-minded at that time. Because even after the 4 years, I don't think I was equipped kabisa to work in the industry. And so I was exposed to One Fine Day Films under the film Supermodel. And I was there training as a camera assistant. And I remember saying to my camera assistant mentor, she's called Yana Fitz now. And I told her, I really enjoy DP work. But if I look at myself at 50 years old, directing is what I want to do. What happened on the pitch day was everything that Judy Kibinge had told me concerning pitching, concerning editing the documentary sort of came to bear on that final day. Because then I saw how observational doc should be edited or how the stories should be told. Man, I think that just broke me, because you don't come across such trainings for such young people like us. And this is why the kind of trainings that DocuBox does is they are very important, because I know that kind of place is sort of like an accelerant, like a catalyst